I have some cleanup to do here. What I have is a large VM that has 3 virtual disks that live in 3 different places. None of those are my 6 terabyte mess that I've made. Let me explain. I purposely evacuated that 6 terabyte mess, and that mess is right over here. It's called 6 terabyte Western Digital RAID, but it's actually a concatenation, a conjoin, a melding of 2 physical drives, and that was done because I messed up. I accidentally 100% filled the 6 terabyte physical drive and had to add a drive I had laying around, which is a spinny laptop drive, 256 gig in size, I think. So yeah, not good. And I want to clean that up. So now that I've evacuated the data from it, if I click on Manage and Files, we should see there's nothing useful on there. Indeed, it's empty. Okay, if we look at the Summary tab, it's basically empty. Now, look at related objects. No virtual machines showing. Okay. Let's head on over to the host view and have a look at storage, devices, and it's quite a list here. Now, okay, we got the big one, the Western Digital. And then we have a little 512 or half a terabyte spinning drive. Now, how do we know that's what's created this volume here? These 2 extents. Well, that's the trick. So let's dive in a little deeper here. If we look at the settings of this drive and click on Device Backing, there it is. It's spanning multiple hard disks. Okay, so how do we clean this up? Well, there's only one drive of that size for 65, and there's only one 6 terabyte drive, so they kind of stand out. Western Digital 6.0 I can see, and then formatted capacity comes out a little less. So what are my options there? Well, if you right click, it's saying I can't do anything. Alright, let's go to the Storage tab. This looks promising, so we can delete the data store. So it'll no longer be formatted VMFS, excuse me. That's done. Okay, so the data store is now gone. What that means is we go back to the host level. I can refresh to make sure everything's cool here. All right. Go to the host and say right-click, Storage, New Data Store. There should be 2 devices available for a VMFS data store. There are. There's actually a third, another external RAID enclosure I've attached, which I don't want to use this time. But I do want to repurpose my 6 terabyte Western Digital and VMFS format it, filling the whole space with VMFS format, and let it rip. It's going to take a little while to create that. And at this point, I'm in good shape to go ahead and eject that temporary drive that I never planned to leave in place, and that is this laptop-style drive that in desperation I inserted. Now, since it has no VMFS file system, ejecting it at this point is fine. Just going to hover the mouse and show you these different icons. So this particular one is 465. I can click on detach and say yes. Now it's truly safe to go ahead and pop that out. Okay, I'm going to pause this video and go and physically do that. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm recording again. Now we got the refresh button up here. You don't really want to use F5. This got gray. We can refresh. And looks like it's going to stay that way. That's fine. How about this rescan? There. It's truly gone. So I'm done. I have the desired effect. And I have this new 6 terabyte data store, which I should rename before I forget. In my case, it's SATA 2, so I call it HDD2. Western Digital Red. Alright, so now I have a nice data store that I can vMotion stuff right back to. And for a complicated VM like this, not hard to do. It's called an advanced storage vMotion. So right there, change storage only. Change it to advanced. And now, this large, the 5 terabytes, which is only a thin provision on a slower drive, I'm going to move it back to where I really wanted it all along, and that is 6 terabyte Western Digital Red. Leaving everything else alone, it's all thin provisioned. Simply click Next, Finish, and let it cruise along until it moves the data. So that's it for this video. I'll look at how to get rid of the mess that one has created when adding 2 drives together for a VMFS data store. Thank you for watching, and thank you for visiting tinkertry.com.